Hey guys, today we are going to need a paintbrush, a cup of water, some washable markers, and a Sharpie. So we are going to start with your pencil actually and do a quick sketch. I'm going to just draw with a Sharpie so you can see. So we talked about cylinders already, and today we're going to actually draw a jar, okay? I'm going to start with an oval at the top, and this jar is also going to be a cylinder. So this oval is kind of a squished one a little bit. Then I draw those two lines down like we did with a cake. Okay, this is for my lid. And I'm going to draw this curved line connecting. So I think this jar is for our monster, right? Our monster kept eating his Valentine. So we're going to actually stick some hearts inside this jar just so that monster can't eat it. You can decorate your lid however you want. I'm just going to make a little bit of detail right here. I'm doing this with a Sharpie. This stuff, anything I'm doing with a Sharpie is going to stay. It's not going to bleed. We're going to use a little bit of a technique in a minute that makes our markers turn into kind of paint. So I'm going to draw a curved line down. This is a little different, but it's still going to be a cylinder. I'm going to draw a curved line down. I need to make them about the same length. And at the bottom, I'm going to draw that upside down rainbow to connect it. And I'm actually, because it's a clear jar, you can see through it. So I'm going to see the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that other side, okay? This bottom is a little different than there. Just because you're looking through the glass, it's distorted a little bit. You can make any lines you want in this area, okay? I'm going to go ahead and add some hearts. Whatever you want for your trapped in your Valentine's glass jar. So that monster doesn't eat, go ahead and add it. It could be a heart inside a heart. It could be a heart overlapping. It is up to you. Miss Rachel's class, I have some new Sharpies coming because of you. Thank you very much. I'm so excited. My Sharpies are starting to run out of ink. Right, so after I'm done drawing my hearts inside my jar, now it's my time to color. So you can choose any color for your lid. I'm gonna actually color this right in. The more color you have in an area, the darker it's going to turn when you paint over it with water. So I'm going back and forth, filling in that area as neatly as possible, trying to get rid of those white spots. Okay. So that's my top of my lid. I might say, okay, I would like some small details here. I'm gonna have some blue parts of underneath of my lid. I'm just gonna color these in like a regular coloring page, right? When I'm done with this, I have to decide on what color my jar is. I've been really liking the way the blue and the purple look together. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a line on the edge of my jar. I'm also going to do a line on the other edge of my jar, right along my Sharpie. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the bottom. And I'm going to actually do the back side as well. So this is the back of my jar right there. There's some places that I might also want to add some of my blue. So I'm going to go ahead and add the blue right next to that. Notice I'm not scribbling. If I scribble, that scribble doesn't go away. That's the way it's going to look even when I paint over it. So then I have to decide, what color do I want my hearts to be? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go around this one with some red. I'm going to go around this one with some red. I can use my blue. I can use my purple. We could add a tag onto these if we wanted, guys. I'm going to add a purple over here. If you want to color inside some of your hearts, you could. I'm going to color inside this one. But just think about the colors you are using. So if I mix these colors together, if I mix red and blue, it makes purple. And if I have red and purple, it's a purple red. If I have so then I know that I'm not going to get a brown. Okay, so I can make this heart a blue. All right, once I have all these colors done, okay, I am deciding I'm not going to add any other color. Maybe I want to add just right up here some lines for the edge or the threads of my jar. Okay, so now it's my turn to go ahead and add the water. So I take my cup, I don't fill it too full with water, and I'm going to paint over what I've just drawn. Okay, so here is my cup. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm starting on the bottom. You can start wherever you want. Paint it towards the middle of your picture, guys. Otherwise, you're going to lose all that color onto an area you don't really want to have color. If you get a bunch of color outside your jar, things you could do. Wait till it dries and then cut it out. Okay. So this is the bottom of the jar. Painting over these lines. Even here, I'm going to take that ink and I'm going to pull it away from the center of those hearts. The center of my hearts, I'm going to try and leave as white as possible. My red, I'm going to pull away the same way. Same thing over here. Going over my line, spreading that color in my jar. Some colors seem to look nicer than others, guys. And it also depends on how much water you're adding to the color. So don't be afraid to add a lot of water to it and then keep pulling that color around on your jar. So remember, I'm not using paint today. I am just using washable markers to take that ink and paint with it and spread it around my paper. I think it's kind of a nice value, a really light purple and blue that I'm creating. Almost like it is made of glass with a little bit of color reflecting off of it. Okay, I have finished the inside here. I like how there's a lot of white still there. I can go ahead and paint this whole top area if I wanted. Maybe I have a red jar. And remember, if I go out of the lines, it's not the end of the world. I can cut my jar out after it dries. Nice pink top. Go ahead and get some gray on the side. I wouldn't, once you've started painting, guys, I wouldn't try and change any of your colors. If you do, it's going to ruin your marker and it might ruin what you have created. I look forward to seeing your jars, guys. Remember, they are cylinders, very similar to our cake.